Hi everyone, and welcome to Module 2. First of all, I want to congratulate you for all of the hard work and the good work that you've been doing since the last 7 days. I am really impressed about the relevance of the comments that you've given to each other and of the posts that you've been publishing throughout the week. So, that being said, just a reminder for a few of you to follow the pace, because ideally I wanted to comment after everyone, because often I like to do like summaries of answers and trying to just like summarize what we've been seeing. But when some of you haven't commented yet, I was like just waiting throughout the week, and I will not do that for the next modules. One of the reasons being that in the first week, it's like the basics of the IB educational system, and also what is expected from you by the IB through the standards and practices. So that being the same for every one of you, I could let you just discuss among each other. However, starting this week, and especially starting with the Learning Engagement 3, which is here, of the second week, I will comment like on a regular basis, because it's going to be commenting and giving you suggestions about your own work and your own unit plan, which you are going to start developing starting this week. So I will read everything and I will comment from now until the end of the workshop to like just tell you if something is not like aligned with the IB guidelines throughout the development of that MYP unit plan. So you'll see that there aren't any Learning Engagement 2 here. In the notes, you'll see that they are making you think and starting to develop like the conceptual comprehension, but you are going to publish like your work from Learning Engagement 2 in Learning Engagement 3, because it is linked with each other. So that's something. Also, you will not have to comment for every activity to what the others will have posted, but you can, okay, even if it's not asked, and you have done that during the first week, so I'm really impressed about that engagement. So, Module 2. For the first one, is trying to find ideas to put your teaching in context. Once again, I haven't like just like rewrote everything here, which is on top, which is like generic, which it is what has been given by the IB. By publishing here my first post, to which you will have to reply as in the first, as we've done in the first week, you'll see that I'm trying to clarify like what is expected for every activity. Okay, it's always in the same line, but I'm like trying to just give some precisions to help you in order for you to understand what is asked. So here, like for the first learning engagement, you can choose like search within that site, search for anything that you might think which will be of interest, because they tell you to take like the first story, but perhaps it is not like relevant to you. So what I would ask is just press here on the search button, and then you can search for something. So what I was doing right now for the project, what I was doing like in the past few weeks with my students, was about like saving water, the importance of saving water. And when I searched that, I don't remember exactly what I've given like as a keyword, but I know that what I've been finding is here, like living with less water. And when I read that, I chose that one actually because there is a video associated which is 8 minutes long, which is not that long. And then when you read, there are ideas for a lesson plan. Of course, I didn't do it like that, but I found it interesting. There were many statistics and information which I could use in mathematics. So that's something which I like very much, and there were resources which were given here, which I could use in order to try to put my teaching into context. So that was the point of that activity. So I just ask you to just try to find something which you find interesting, because often it happens that at the beginning of a unit plan I present to my students like a video or something, we just put it within a context and they understand that we are going to study that through the unit. I just want the link that you suggest to each other, so we'll have many ideas which might be really interesting to use in mathematics, and to think about global issues related to that story. And then I ask you to comment to one of them, okay, one of the others posts. If you find it interesting for any reason, if you have questions, whatever, just to comment. Learning engagement 3 will combine like what the work of learning engagement 2 and 3, as I've said. So there are many steps, but actually the only steps, well, don't refer to that because I've added step 4, which is like the post. So if I click again here on creating a statement of inquiry forum, then you'll see that I've given like the reference to the mathematics guide here for the key concepts and the related concepts, though it's important to, it's like the basics. When you press here on the links, it goes to the Program Resource Center, but I always put at the bottom of the post, you can just download like the guides which are talked about within the post to help you go faster. You don't have to connect to anything. So using your mathematics guide, you can choose concepts which are related to a theme and to create a conceptual understanding. So start by thinking, actually, you should think first about a topic and then trying to relate. If I try to make sense out of everything, if I would pick up a topic and then I would try to find a video or something which is interesting about that topic, using, for example, that site, and then using that, I'm going to identify concepts which are relevant with my topic, my mathematics topic. Once I've had like a list of concepts which I found interesting, you can create the conceptual understanding which are talked about with the notes. Once you have the conceptual understanding, you go also in the other guide, which is from principles into practices, to have the global context explorations. And when you will see that, which I talked about it once again in the notes, you can choose a global context and especially a global context exploration, which will be aligned with your unit. Combining, well, the conceptual understanding actually is not required in the unit plan. It's just like a tool to like go through many steps in order to get to the statement of inquiry. But the statement of inquiry, which is mandatory, has to be based on one key concept, at least one related concept, and the global context exploration. All of that together allows you to create the statement of inquiry following these guidelines. It has to be something which we could use the same like statement of inquiry in another subject. So if you read your statement of inquiry and against any possibilities to study it through mathematics because you put your content within it, it's not good. You have to like just focus on the global context exploration and on the concepts which can be like used for many subjects. So that's the idea here. So the topics and skills in mathematics are from page 22 to 29 of the mathematics guide. I will write it right away after the video. And all of that together, which I said is like the heart of the unit and actually like the heart of the workshop. If you think about, if you choose well like these subjects, you will be much more engaged until the end of the workshop, because the subject will be like something that you really think you will be able to teach within your class. So once again, you think about a subject, a topic that you want to study within a unit plan. You're trying to find a video or a resource which links it to that, which is like a little bit more step one, and that using all of that, you can combine the key concepts and the related concepts in order to build the conceptual understanding, and then using that conceptual understanding along with the global context exploration to build your statement of inquiry. Once you do that, before publishing, you can refer to the document which is called Evaluating MYP Unit Plans, which I've given here as well as an attachment, within which you will see, like, if I would open it, I'm going to try to open it really fast, you will be able to go to a place which will talk about, it's what is used actually when the IB evaluates the units. So you'll see here, like on page 4, guidelines for the statement of inquiry, and we would like to get to the level of sharing. So if we read everything here and that you say that your statement of inquiry is really in line with that, then it's a really good statement of inquiry. And once again, I will comment on that along the week. Okay. Then you see that the rest goes pretty fast. Once you have that idea for your unit plan, perhaps I should just focus here before that. Actually, in the Learning Engagement 3, what I want in your reply is the key concept, the related concepts, the conceptual understanding, the global context exploration, the statement of inquiry. Everything here will be able to be copy-pasted on your own unit plan, so you can start it right away if you want. You can just download it, and once you get it, sorry, I'm trying to open it, you'll see here like the information that you can fill right away. Okay, it is these sections for now, and throughout the next few weeks we are going to fill everything else. Okay, so that's for that. Service as action. Actually, once again, you click here on my post. You just have to try opportunities to see how your unit can be used for opportunities for service action, and to identify the service outcomes that they can fulfill. And these are on page 24 of the guide, From Principles into Practice. So once again, I put it here. So, and you comment on 2 other participants' posts. One learning engagement left is just trying to enhance it. I will take time perhaps to talk to you about the possibility of using like the units as an interdisciplinary like unit eventually. But for now, everything that I want is just for you to think that your unit can be aligned with what other subject. So for now, it's going to be enough for week 2. So it's setting the basis for your unit plan. And eventually in interdisciplinary project, what I could tell you really fast is that the key things that you need is, first, a global context, 2, a product that you want the students to develop, and 3, the possibility of service as action actually. All of that allows to create an interdisciplinary subject. So have a really good week, and I'm just eager to read from you throughout the week. Thank you.